Mr. Transformers 96 here in the video review where I'm going to talk about a newly shown Hot Toys figure, and this time it is from Black Panther and it is Shuri. So this is quite a nice figure to be shown. This was just shown at San Diego Comic-Con this year, and now we have the official images of it, and it will be going on pre-order later today. I'm overall very excited to see that they are continuing the Black Panther line, even though the film has been out for quite some time. It is obviously, I'm sure they didn't anticipate it to be as of a mega hit that it was, and how popular it became, so they decided to redo some figures later on with that knowledge. And Hasbro has done the same thing with their new Black Panther line that's going to be coming out in February, or I mean in fall. So a lot of the toy companies are really realizing that they can still capitalize on the film, even though the Blu-ray's been out for quite some time. But overall, this looks like a quite nice figure. I think that Shuri is quite a popular character in the movie. She was definitely one of the fan favorites, I think, and the figure really does represent the character quite nicely. Head sculpt-wise, I think it looks really nice. I do think that it has a great likeness to the actress in the film. I think that it does really, it screams her from most angles, too. That's one thing. Every now and then a Hot Toys figure comes out that looks great from one angle, but from the other angles it does kind of miss a little bit. But with this one, I think it looks really solid from all angles. My only issue is the size of the head. It does look like it might be a little bit too big for the body, and I don't know if that's kind of accentuated because of the bun section of the hair on top, and then the guard, the little like armor piece on the chin that outlines the face even more, gives it more of a larger appearance than it actually is, or if it is just because it is sculpted a little bit too big. But considering how petite she is in her torso and arms, the head does look quite large. I think with the arm cannons on, it helps balance it out a little bit more, but without those on, I think that she does have a bit of an odd proportion head-wise to body in some angles at least. Sometimes it looks alright. I'd have to see more in-person photos to really get a good representation of how the scaling is concerned as far as her limbs. But overall, I do like the costume. It's quite nice. My only issue is the texture in which the torso piece of the costume has been sculpted. In some angles, when she's like crunched forward, it leaves some really big wrinkles, and as soon as the picture comes up for that, I'll let you know. But it does give too much wrinkles going on that are just thicker than they really should be. They should be a lot thinner in real life. So I think that is an issue. But it does show you that the costume doesn't hinder articulation. You can still articulate her torso at least, which is quite nice. I am quite happy about that. As far as her arms are concerned, unfortunately they are rubber, which is something that I'm definitely not a fan of. I definitely am quite vocal about that. Not a fan of rubber on figures, just because eventually it will deteriorate. After many years, it will be formed. It will start to crack, especially in what environment you live into. So that's an issue. And whenever I have a figure like rubber arms, I'm just always so afraid to like bend them that I just leave them in such a static pose, and it becomes quite a boring figure too. So that's my biggest issue with the rubber appendages, and unfortunately they did go for it with this. I would have preferred just visible joints overall. As far as what she comes with, though, you do get a nice amount of stuff. You do get the arm cannons, which I think are very cool. I am a big fan of those designed arm cannons with the kind of jaguar or lion pieces at the edges that her hands fit into. And it does almost look like they glow. I don't think they actually light up, but it does have an appearance of like a glow to it, which looks cool. She does come with a spear, which is nice, and then she comes with the base, which is quite good. A standard base, unfortunately no backdrop. Both Killmonger and Black Panther himself came with backdrop, so it would have been nice for her to have it just to fit in with the others, but I do like the design of the base overall. I think that she comes with just about everything that you need for this character, and overall I think that the figure does look quite nice in general. Price-wise, it'll be interesting to see how they price this, if they will kind of keep it in line with the Infinity War prices, which are quite expensive, but I mean Gamora was $255 or just under $55 if I'm not mistaken. I would definitely hope that this would be a slightly cheaper figure than that. Personally, I think that about $220 should be where this is at, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's up to $240 to $245. That would be my guess. Yeah, overall, quite a nice figure. It will be interesting to see if they do continue to make more Black Panther figures. The throne was also shown this morning, and then there is, of course, still many more figures they could do. Okoye would be the one that I would have expected them to do Okoye before they did Shuri, personally, but it is nice to see that they did do Shuri, and I think that she probably will have a decent role in Avengers 4 as now I would imagine she's the ruler of Wakanda. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this figure, and thanks so much for watching.